In this video, I will review Adobe Stock and how much money can stock photographers expect to make there. Adobe Stock is one of our best-selling stock photography platforms, hands down. And by the way, in this video series, I take a look at other major stock photography platforms like Getty and Shutterstock. I will try to answer questions like which website is the best to sell stock photos and footage online to make money. So subscribe to hear more insightful data from us in the future. In my previous video, I made a point that it's still possible to make money in stock photography, but it gets very hard each year. There is an ongoing consolidation with big players buying each other. Recently, Getty Images and Shutterstock announced a merger. This doesn't bode well for stock photographers. Anyway, let's delve in. As you may know, Adobe Stock is part of Adobe company, which is known for its Photoshop and After Effects apps. Adobe Stock takes its roots from another stock photo platform called Fotolia. Adobe acquired Fotolia in 2014. As it turned out, it was a genius move from Adobe. Adobe Stock seamlessly integrates into Creative Cloud, and this gives Adobe ample opportunities to upsell stock photos and videos to media creators. Unfortunately, Adobe doesn't disclose how much revenues it makes from Adobe Stock. Adobe Stock sales are part of the Creative Cloud segment. This segment includes subscription revenues from Photoshop, among other things. If we look at the Creative Cloud segment revenues, they grew by about 10% annually for the past 2 years. Adobe Stock accepts both stock photos and stock videos, but unlike many other platforms, it doesn't accept standard editorial content. And by standard editorial, I mean any photo or video that features property or people for which you don't have a property or model release. And editorial content also must be newsworthy. The exception for Adobe Stock is illustrative editorial photos. These are images that feature brands that you don't have a property release. You can submit such photos for licensing at Adobe Stock. The only condition is that these photos must not feature any recognizable people. And of course, Adobe accepts AI imagery. Adobe is one of the few major platforms that is kind enough to actually allow this. Other platforms like Shutterstock and Getty Images forbid uploading AI images on their websites. But here's the ironic thing, both Shutterstock and Getty allow customers to create and license AI images with their generative AI tools. In the past several years, there was a deluge of AI images uploaded to Adobe Stock. I don't know how much money you can make with that, but I guess with a large enough portfolio, anything is possible. Personally, for now, we do not sell AI images and don't have plans to do so. The next question is how much you can get paid by selling photos and videos on Adobe Stock. Adobe has a fixed percentage that it pays to contributors. Mainly, they pay 33% for photos, illustrations, and vectors, as well as 35% for videos. As you will see in our next videos, this is quite generous in comparison to Shutterstock and Getty. And by the way, Adobe refers to photos, vectors, and illustrations as standard assets. For instance, here we have a plan that lets you buy 40 standard assets or 6 videos for almost $80 a month. If a customer buys 40 photos, each photo generates sales of roughly $2. The contributor will get 33% of that, or 66 cents. But as we see, videos will earn much more. This plan costs $13.33 per video. A contributor will earn 35% of that, or about $4.66. That is a very big difference in pay between stock photos and videos. On this channel, we said many times, if you are a stock photographer and you are not uploading stock videos, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. Having a portfolio of stock footage is a must these days. There's a reason why the stock videos they pay more than stock photos. There are fewer of them, and they're not easy to create quickly in massive quantities, and therefore, for now, they pay better compared to stock photos. AI imagery is poised to take market share from stock photos. It will also be able to do so with stock videos, but maybe not immediately. And here's our quick take on AI content. photos and videos depicting real events and real people will still be in demand. So this is especially true for editorial content. As far as generic, non-unique photos, AI imagery will take their money big time. Of course, Adobe offers large subscription plans, such as this one. A customer can license 750 standard assets or 25 videos for almost $200 a month. For this plan, each photo can earn about 27 cents. And this is where minimum royalty amounts come into play. Adobe Stock guarantees a minimum payment to contributors from these plans. The pay ranges from 33 cents to 38 cents and depends on your lifetime sales levels. And yet, we see that even large subscription plans can earn you $2.80 per each video. That is still pretty good in comparison to stock photos. Besides standard subscription plans, Adobe Stock also offers custom licensing agreements and non-standard plans. Among them are Adobe Express and Pro Edition plans for Creative Cloud. And the pay rates are exactly the same for these plans, but these plans can generate substantial money for contributors. Okay, with that aside, let me give you a concrete examples based on our sales figures in 2024. For instance, here's a photo of a wooden fence during a winter storm that happened in our neighborhood. In November of last year, this photo earned $26.40 from just one sale. Surprisingly, the sale came from a subscription plan. Probably someone had a custom subscription plan like Adobe Express or similar, and we got paid 33% of that. This means that someone paid almost $80 for this photo. Likewise, we have this video of a pawpaw fruit. It's a wild fruit tree that grows in North America and is not easy to find. Pawpaw has a very interesting tropical taste to it. Anyway, this video sold for $40 and earned us $14. Of course, these two examples are extremes, as these are our top earners. In 2024, for stock photos, we earned on average 80 cents per download. And let me stress, this is our experience. Some other photographers may earn more and some less. We have a large number of photos on Adobe Stock, about 30,000 between me and my wife. And our photos are average, but they are diverse. And I think this helps and compensates. Having diverse content is key to success in stock photography. If you upload hundreds of photos depicting pumpkin farms, that won't do you any good. Photos and videos must be diverse and unique. For instance, we try to avoid uploading more than 3 stock photos or videos from the same photo shoot. And if we upload these 3 stock photos or videos, they must have somewhat unique angles to them and be different. Okay, what about video sales on Adobe Stock? Those earned us on average $6.70. That's almost 8 times more compared to stock photos. But there were much fewer sales for stock videos. True, we have about 4,000 stock videos uploaded on Adobe Stock versus 30,000 stock photos. Still, even adjusting for their relative weight in our portfolio, the fact stays the same. Stock videos sell less often than stock photos. Of course, how much you earn from stock photography depends not only on pay-per download. Volume matters too. That's why we often say in our tutorials that stock photography is a numbers game. The more stock photos and videos you have in your portfolio, the more likely you will generate higher sales. It's just pure math. There is one last thing that I wanted to mention about Adobe Stock. They offer this awesome perk that comes along with being their contributor, and that's their so-called bonus program. If you're an active contributor with at least 7,000 downloads per year, you qualify to get an annual license for all Adobe apps for free. That's right, all apps such as Photoshop, Premiere Pro, After Effects and others. To be active, you must upload at least 150 new assets a year. Videos have higher weight and count 3 times more than other standard assets like photos. So we see that Adobe Stock encourages contributors to upload more stock videos this way. But what if you had between 350 and 6,999 downloads in a given year? Then plan, you get a 1-year plan for one of these apps. These are Creative Cloud Photography, Illustrator, InDesign, Premiere Pro, or After Effects. For comparison, all Adobe apps plan cost $720 a year with no discounts. That's a pretty good value. We don't know if this offer will continue into the future. For now, Adobe keeps it to encourage contributors, which is great news. As we will see in our future videos, Adobe Stock payouts are actually very generous compared to other platforms. In fact, Adobe Stock is our #1 stock photography best-selling platform, hands down, by total sales. And that is despite the fact that we have fewer assets there, since they don't accept standard editorial content. I hate to say it, but these percentages could be on a chopping block next. I don't know exactly how that will look like. Maybe Adobe will just lower them or introduce download tiers like what Shutterstock does. And that's all for today. Give this video a like if you got value out of it. In our next video we will talk about Shutterstock, so stay tuned for that. And subscribe to our channel for more insightful content on stock photography and more. So I will see you next time, and all the best.